fancied around $26. Show Respect has been well supported, opened up at $2.50, drifted slightly to $2.75, but that's been knocked straight off and into around the 13 to 8 mark now. Number 5, True to Me, is around 15. St Kilda Beach and Benbarra Lord are out, both around the $13 mark, and Regimental Arms and the bottom horse are both around 66 to 1. Show Respect should really get the run of the race here. Cramped odds at around the $2.50 with the bookmakers, but looks far too good. Anishka, certainly the horse to beat, is going to be out in front and take a bit of catching, but 4 on top from 1 for me.
Thanks, John. Couldn't agree more. I do think this is a good bet. Number 4, Show Respect. It's out to $2.90, and that's great value. A good push, wasn't it, from Des O'Keefe, the John Marr stable foreman for number 6, Bowl Front. Said it's coming back to town after, or if it wins this race or races competitively. So we're pretty close to a start for the final leg of the quaddie at Mornington. Good luck to you if you're alive. And our caller, Brian Markovic from Sport 927.
Lights on, racing. Anichka jumped away quite well, so too nearer the inside did Credit Card and also Bold Front with Cromatino. Magic View showing early speed along with True to Me, and on the outside is St Kilda Beach. Regimental Arms dropped out of it now. Show Respect gets to 5th out of the straight as Anichka now goes to the lead, turning out of the straight by almost a length to St Kilda Beach, into 3rd placing on the inside as Magic View. A length away on the outside now was True to Me. Show Respect on the inside, a length and a half to Regimental Arms. Then Cromatino, a break of 2.5 lengths to Bold Front. Well back on the inside as Credit Card. It's last, and second last on the outside as Benbarra Lord. Anichka opens up down the side. It starts to string the field out, Anichka, by almost 2.5 lengths to St Kilda Beach. A length away third on the inside as Magic View. A break of 2.5 lengths to True to Me. At the 1,200 metres, fourth on the outside as Show Respect, followed by Regimental Arms, Cromatino. 2.5 to 3 lengths away. Back in the field is Bold Front, and back at the tail 2 lengths away Benbarra Lord. On the outside of Credit Card. By the 900 metres, it's Anichka making every post a winner in a favoured role. Lee Anderson has the mare Anichka almost 3 lengths in front and giving them plenty to chase. Magic View back on the inside in the box seat, followed by St Kilda Beach. Then Show Respect a handy fourth. Back on the inside of True to Me. A length and a half away Regimental Arms. It's under the whip, followed by Cromatino. Bold Front as well back 2 lengths to Benbarra Lord, and Credit Card is last at the 550. Now peeling out wide on the track is True to Me. Anichka narrowly in front of Magic View. St Kilda Beach is out there, 3 wide ridden along. True to Me pulls out 4 wide. Show Respect has got the run back on the inside now of Anichka approaching the turn at the 250. Then Regimental Arms followed by Bold Front from well back. Then Benbarra Lord, Cromatino and Credit Card 2 lengths away back in the field. Show Respect got the run by the 200. It's just in front. True to Me on the outside is tackling it. They're 2 in front of Anichka. At the 100 though, True to Me just in front. Show Respect on the inside is fighting very strongly. Oh, he won't give in. He'll be sharing plenty of winners, Show Respect, and he's far too good. Good, strong effort. Great ride, Peter Mertens. Show Respect wins by a length to True to Me. Tight third, Magic View, and also Benbarra Lord. Close up, Cromatino, followed by Anichka. Then on the outside was Bold Front, followed by Credit Card, and last in was St Kilda Beach.
Well, it's got out to pay $3, which is outstanding value there for number 4, Show Respect. It looked, look the winner. It's paid $3 the win and $1.30 the place. Second will be number 5, True for Me, who for a fleeting moment seemed to be getting the better of Show Respect. It'll pay $4.10 the place. Third, it's close between number 2, Magic View, if it gets third, $2.10, and 8, Benbarra Lord, if it gets the minor placing. The dividend there will be $3.20. You've heard of the saying George Moore's whistle. You'd think that that the rider of Show Respect, Peter Mertens, had borrowed it there, because there's Show Respect, the winner circled. It's got a wall of 4 horses in front of it as it comes to the turn. The grey on its outside is the tiring mare Anichka. She found the 6 kilo weight rise a bit too much today, and Peter Merton drives Show Respect through on the rails. It was a race-winning move because as it panned out, the threat, True to Me, had to cover so much extra ground and yet went so close to causing an upset at odds of 20 to 1. Show Respect is in front now. The yellow blinkers on the rail, and here's True to Me, Eddie Casser getting everything possible out of True to Me. At this stage, True to Me joins and probably heads Show Respect. but Show Respect, who'd had the softer run, was able to come again, draw level, and stick that attractive head out close to the post and beat True to Me, to the delight of favourite backers and those who had it running in the quaddie for a dividend there of $188. 2 has got second, Magic View. 4, 5 and 2. The placings, Show Respect was the winning favourite. The Quinella 34.20, Exacta 34.50. Trifecta $260 plus. The Daily Double 8.20, the Running Double 26.90, and the quaddie has now been confirmed. The numbers you need: 1, 2, 10, 4. 1, 2, 10, 4. The divvy $188.70. Okay, that's the situation after the final leg of the quaddie at Mornington. Let's have a look now at Warragul. We've got 12 minutes of betting time remaining here, Bill, and Knights Rome favourite, but this time odds against.
Yes, this is an interesting race, Keith. Not probably the best quality C1 race I've seen. Knights Rome is favoured at 6 to 4, and I guess that race later in the week. Look, it's had 2 runs from a spell. It's a horse that I think was probably purchased for a reasonable amount of money from New Zealand and really hasn't lived up to its expectations, but it won't find a weaker field than this, so I guess it's entitled to be favoured at 6 to 4 or $2.50 as it's showing at the moment. I thought the other main chance in the race was number 6, Designing Success, which is coming back from a standing start win here at Warragul back on April the 4th. On that occasion, it did quite a good job, and it's trained by Lee Everson, who's already had a winner today. Outside those, very open race.
All right, well, Ron Casey is a man of many hats, and one of the prominent ones for Ron is his beloved Mornington Racing Club. John Bell has caught up with Sir Ron at Mornington right now.
Yeah, thanks very much, Keith. You're certainly right, he does have a few titles. The Committee of Mornington, the board member of the Healthy Diet Triad Committee, board member of the Harness Racing Victoria, and a chairman at the North Melbourne Football Club. First of all, Ron, North are not going too well?
Oh no, we've a bit of a shaky start to the season, but injuries are part and parcel of football, and when the team gets them, you have to win them and wear them, and we've just got to wear them through this very difficult period. We're hoping for the best in Brisbane next Sunday, but I'm certain that we'll survive a little rocky start to the season and we'll be there at the finish.
Okay. Importantly, with being a board member of the Harness Racing Victoria, Channel 31's been going for nearly 3 years on the Sunday circuit, and we're just at the end of a 10-week trial period for midweek racing, which has gone very well. I believe you have a bit of an announcement to make on that front.
Yes, well, of course, Channel 31, which is community television in the city of Melbourne, have provided an excellent service to the racing community, which is a very important part of the community of Melbourne. Our association with harness racing, of course, goes back to the beginning of the licence, and the Galloping Code, of course, joined in later. And I'm able to say now that the two codes together have agreed that we will continue what has been a trial period during the week for racing to continue until the end of the racing season on Channel 31 on each Wednesday, with the exception of the Warrnambool week, when the meeting will be televised on the Thursday, which is Grand Annual Day. That, of course, is in addition to the harness racing, which continues regularly every Saturday night, and on the Sundays, metropolitan and provincial racing, as well as harness racing, wherever that meeting is scheduled. And of course, as I say, on the Wednesday, it will continue with the galloping meeting, which is scheduled for that day, and the harness racing meeting, which is also scheduled for that particular day.
Certainly great news for the punters at home.
Well, we think it's very important that the racing codes get the maximum promotion, and not only is it a service to the punter, but it's the opportunity for the industry to show its wares to those people who perhaps are not punters but may be, and perhaps would like to come to the races sometime, particularly to a track like Mornington, a beautiful day like this, where you see racing at its absolute best. It's been demonstrated with harness racing. We've been able to show harness racing at its very best every Saturday night at Moonee Valley, and that's reflected with off-course betting, and is now also being reflected at the turnstiles, which is very satisfying indeed.
You'd certainly be happy with the crowd here today. I know it's school holidays, and people respond to Mornington just down on the main street of Mornington. When I dropped in to see the bank manager on the way.
Did you bring it?
Yeah, and left it all here. It certainly is a holiday area around here.
Well, look, we're very proud of the Mornington course, and of course with the new track, everybody seems to be very, very happy with it. And quite frankly, if you didn't enjoy racing today in these conditions, well, then you'd be very, very hard to please, even if you didn't back a lot of winners.
Okay, Ron. Well, thanks very much for joining us on Channel 31 again, and thanks very much for the important announcement that midweek racing will continue through to the end of the season.
We're looking forward to a continuation on Channel 31, really doing a job for the community of Melbourne.
Okay, thanks very much. Ron Casey on Channel 31.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you, Ron Casey, the bearers of good news there. Well, isn't that nice? We're going to continue the midweek telecast right through to the end of the racing season. That's the last day of July. Every Wednesday for midweek racing, as Ron Casey told us, with one exception. That will be Thursday in the week of Warrnambool. That date will be the 1st of May because Warrnambool, traditionally the first week in May, can't start any earlier than this year. The first 2 days will be the last 2 days of April, and the Thursday, the big day at Warrnambool, will be on Thursday the 1st of May. We're going to a break now after receiving the best news we've had all day, the continuation of midweek racing on Channel 31. We hope you're happy about that too.
It's gotta be the races.
Coxbet. You can open your own telephone account and you can do it now. Call Coxbet on 9525 0885. To open your telephone account now, call Coxbet 9525 0885.
I'm hooked up to this lie detector at Jefferson Ford, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy. I'm here. We car dealers always tell the truth. Always tell you we're telling the truth. So I can say that all our used cars are absolutely free. Free from faults or defects. With a $5,000 minimum trade-in offer. It's true. But hurry, this offer is strictly limited. Is available to every man and his dog.
$5,000 minimum trade-in only from Jefferson Ford, the greatest car dealer in the free world.
Jefferson Ford.
Coming up tonight on Northern Community News, we look at the future of the former Fitzroy Town Hall. Is a children's toy a potential bomb? Stricter laws on charity bins and new laws for pet shop owners. And in sport, we look at the latest from the Broadmeadows Broncos basketball teams. All that, plus local events and employment opportunities from Melbourne's northern suburbs. Here on Northern Community News, 7:45 tonight on Channel 31.
Northern Access Television is based in Fairfield and is a production group for the northern suburbs of Melbourne. Nat is responsible for Living Word, and from the Thornbury Darabin Secondary College Video Access Studio, they produce Nat Chat and Northern Community News. Membership to Nat is open to anyone and they welcome new members all the time. If you're interested in Northern Access Television, contact David McLaughlin on 9484 1166 or 014 866 569.
Hello, I'm Mirella Killingsworth with the weather forecast. Today fine with a light wind, a maximum of 19 degrees. Tomorrow a fine day with a few showers at night, a minimum of 12 degrees and a maximum of 21 degrees. On Friday becoming fine and 17 degrees. On Saturday fine and 19 degrees. And now for the current temperatures. Geelong Airport and Point Henry 16.2 degrees. Melbourne Airport and Gowrie 17 degrees. Laverton and Altona Meadows 16.5 degrees. Cerberus and Balnarring North 15.9 degrees. Moorabbin and Ashburton 15.8 degrees. Frankston and Mornington 14.8 degrees. Mount Dandenong and Listerfield 13.9 degrees. In Elwood and here in the city the temperature is 17 degrees. And that's all for the weather for the moment. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Warragul. Very, very exciting news there from Ron Casey, board member of Harness Racing Victoria. What a boost that'll be for the industry, having the Channel 31 midweekers extend right through to the end of July. A boost that I'll be quickly passing the word around here at Warragul, believe me. This time on track at Warragul, I'm joined by a young trainer who we all should jot down as a man to follow in harness racing, young Lee Everson. Spent time working with Gary Quinlan, then made probably the biggest move of his career and went over to Barry Purdon. Barry spent a couple of years over there with Barry.
That's correct, Adam. I was there for 2 years and that was just fantastic.
I know it was always a running joke over there that if anyone could beat Roy Purdon up and down to the stables, you actually did that one day.
Yes, it was the worst move I ever made because next morning he was out of bed even earlier.
Well, experience over there is you know, just invaluable, and Lee's certainly showing that when he turns his horses out, they look absolutely impeccable. And two reasons why we've got him with us at the moment. Earlier on, he trained Side Effect to win. He's a horse who showed some potential as a 3-year-old, but he's really turned it around. His 5 starts since joining Lee's stable have netted 3 wins, a second and a third. And Lee, you think that he can still keep getting better from here?
I hope so, Adam. He's still got a little bit of improvement in him. I'm going to step him up to an MO now, so I hope he'll be a big step up in class of the horse he has been racing, so I hope he'll acquit himself well, so we'll be looking forward to that.
Well, it'll be good to see you back in action. Of course, Lee's tried very hard to win an MO with Karmic Reward. I think when it comes to trying, Side Effects probably gets to the line a little bit more, well, shall we say, doggedly than Karmic Reward does.
Yeah, that's right, Adam. If Karmic Reward had Side Effect's will to win, he'd be a nice horse, but unfortunately he doesn't, and Side Effect doesn't have as much ability, but he just tries so hard, and that's what makes him a nice little horse.
You've got a couple of people you'd like to thank for earlier on with the win with Side Effect.
Yeah, that's right, Adam. I'd like to thank Brendan. He's driving very, very well at the moment, and he drove the horse a treat today, and he has been driving him well. He's had his last 8 drives for me have produced 4 winners, a second, a third, and 2 fourths. And also everybody that's sort of helped me along the way, as far as Debbie and Gary and Barry and Teddy and the whole lot. They've all been big help to me, and it's been fantastic.
Well, it's great to have you back in Victoria. You've been back here now for probably a couple of years and enjoying it back here?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I've been back just over 18 months now, and you know, things are starting to go good. So I'm real happy, looking forward to the future.
Well, Lee, we're not going to let you go without putting the stomach pump on you in this race here. You train number 6, Designing Success, showing $4.50 on the TAB at the moment. He opened favourite with the bookmakers. He's eased out with good money for number 3, Knight's Reign. But what can you tell us about Designing Success? He's probably not quite as good a Side Effect.
Nowhere near it. No, he's just a nice little. He goes okay. He's just lacks a little bit of toughness. He's very green still. He hasn't had many races, and when he sort of fills out a little bit next preparation, he might make into a little bit of a better horse. But at the moment, he sort of lacks a bit of strength to go through his grades. But it's not a real strong field today, and he should be thereabouts with a little bit of luck.
Okay, good luck to Lee Everson. Thanks for his time today, and we certainly wish you all the best, Lee. Looking at this race, number 3, Knight's Reign, as I said, has firmed in about a half a point, about $2.50 with bookmakers now, opened around $3. In contrast, number 6, Designing Success, who we just spoke about with Lee, opened about $2.50, now out to about $3.30 or so with bookmakers. They're really the two that stand out. Interesting runner, number 4, Castle Bay Barra. Lee was just telling me, in fact, that the horse was very impressive winning his first start at I think it was either Cranbourne or Warrigal, and his form's tapered off since then. But he is first up today. Did run third in a recent Cranbourne trial, and Lee also said that he showed a bit in a recent trial at Warrigal. So expect a forward run from number 4, Castle Bay Barra, first up. Certainly won't be affected at all, because with Chris Alford in the cart, you can see he's showing $7.90 is probably generous odds for a C Alford drive. But favourite is number 3, ahead of number 6 with a big watch on number 4. Good luck to the punters, and back to you in the studio, boys.
Thanks, Adam. A quick look at the quaddie approximates now as you're looking at the tote odds.
Okay, number 1, Golden Lawn's paying upwards of 11,000. Number 2, Matthew Brett, upwards of 8,000. Number 3, Knight's Reign, the favourite, 1,575. 4, Castle Bay Barra, 1,838. Number 5, Tinker Dan, upwards of 16,000. Number 7, Designing Success, $1,002, and the favourite way in the quaddie. Number 7, Handy Guy, 16,000 odd. Number 8, Retton Gold, 2,068, and number 9, Flying Parker, is $1,654 as they now line up behind the gate in race 8 at Warrigal. Favourite at $2.50, Knight's Reign. We'll go up to our caller, Dan Malecki at Warrigal.
Knight's Reign, the favourite, $2.40 for the win and $1.50 for the place. Number 6, Designing Success, $4.10 and $1.80. 9 is Flying Parker, $6.10, $1.80 the place, as they get closer to a start. Extension of noms for the upcoming Maryborough and Yarra Glen programs. For Yarra Glen, the Mares and Fillies C1, C2 and the CO extended till 8 a.m. Thursday, and the Maryborough extension of noms till 11 a.m. on Thursday. Away they go now. Pretty good breakaway with showing speed at the start. Matthew Brett to go through to lead. Knight's Reign second. Golden Lawn was third. Flying Parker's got through to be fourth. And round them out wider was Castle Bay Barra. Also very deep into that first turn was Red on Gold. It's 4 wide. 3 deep was Tinker Dan, and they're both pressing on for the moment. And they were followed back to second last, Designing Success and Handy Guy at the rear of the field. The leader, Matthew Brett, as they work into the straight 2 out. Red on Gold still 4 deep and Tinker Dan 3 wide. Now Golden Lawn is second at the moment on the back of Matthew Brett as Tinker Dan gets to the breeze. And Red on Gold's now 3 deep. And Knights Reign's in the running line 5th, about 5 metres to Flying Parker. Then came the third last, Designing Success around Handy Guy, and Castle Bay Barra is settling down at the tail of the field. Red on Gold still 3 deep out of the straight. And the leader is Matthew Brett, a couple of metres to Tinker Dan. Red on Gold stuck there 3 wide. Leaders back Golden Lawn, and the running line Knights Reign. On its back Flying Park, and next the inside Handy Guy. Second last Designing Success, and Castle Bay Barra is last of all. Well, Red on Gold's having a very tough run after completing a lap. It's 3 wide, it's still going forward, going up to join Matthew Brett. Tinker Dan might accommodate, it's 2 metres back in the centre, but Red on Gold still 3 deep as the turn comes up, and it is stuck there, Red on Gold. Leaders back Golden Lawn. In the 1-1 position was Knights Reign. Next on the inside was Handy Guy with around it Flying Parker as Designing Success takes off 3 wide from last, and Castle Bay Barra is onto its back as they work into the straight now to get the bell. Matthew Brett led, Tinker Dan second. Third the inside Golden Lawn, Knights Reign around it. Red on Gold has been 3 and 4 wide for the trip. 3 back on the inside Handy Guy. Then Flying Parker as Red on Gold loses a bit of ground there. It's back to third last and 3 deep. Castle Bay Barras on the inside of at the tail of the field Designing Success, which has been dragged back from the tiring Red on Gold, so it's coming 4 deep now. And as they head into the back, 700 out, and the leader is Matthew Brett, 1.5 metres in front. Running second was Tinker Dan. Third on the inside, Golden Lawn. Knights Reign was 4th. Here's Designing Success pulling out 4 wide. Castle Bay Barra 3 deep. Then Flying Parker, Handy Guy. They're bunching up. About 400 out. Matthew Brett led 1.5 metres. Knights Reign went to second. Tinker Dan's under pressure. Running on out wide, Designing Success, and then Flying Parker. And Castle Bay Barra's under the whip, but still making ground. Matthew Brett in front before the turn. It led by 1 metre to Knights Reign. 4 metres away, third, Designing Success running on. Knights Reign goes up to join Matthew Brett as they turn. 4 metres away, Designing Success. It's Knights Reign on the outside of Matthew Brett. Knights Reign and Matthew Brett. Knights Reign with its nose in front, and Knights Reign will win it from Matthew Brett. 6 metres away, third was Designing Success. Then Golden Lawn, Flying Parker, Handy Guy, Tinker Dan, Castle Bay Barra, and last in Red on Gold.
Well, just nursed to the line there, number 3, Knights Reign, $2.40 and $1.60 for Gavin Lang, showing what a master rangeman he is. Second to number 2, Matthew Brett will pay a place dividend of $3.70. And third, number 6, Designing Success, $1.60.
Well, it was favourite, but I don't know whether you'd want to take those odds again in a similar race. It had all the favours and just got there, Bill.
Yes, Keith, everything went right for it. The fact, I think, Matthew Brett was brought undone. It's the only thing that's cost it the race, Matthew Brett, was the fact that Tinker Dan wouldn't hand the death up to Red and Gold, which caused the pace to quicken mid-race, and it was pressured for most of the last 1,300 metres. It was a brave run, Matthew Brett, to battle on so well, but Knights Reign, who had the much easier run and nursed to the line by Gavin Lang. I don't think he had much up his sleeve, but he is a master rangeman and positioned it perfectly and was too strong going home. And Designing Success, who actually got carted out of the race by the tiring Red and Gold, finished up running third and wasn't a bad run in the race. There's official dividends on the screen now. Knights Reign for Gavin Lang, $2.40 and $1.60. Matthew Brett, $3.70. Designing Success, $1.60. The Quinella, $15.60. The Trifecta, $123.80. The Daily Double, $60.40. Quite a healthy dividend when you consider the price of Knights Reign. And the Running Double, $34.20, with the quaddie still to come. The quaddie should pay in the vicinity of $1,575, and the silver is 70 cents. Big silver, Keith.
10, 4, 5 and 3 was the combination you needed at Warragul. Let's go back to Mornington now with another message from John Bell.
Yeah, thanks very much, Keith. Peter Hansen, a name that racing would remember from the 1960s. And they say once you've got racing in your blood, you can't get it out of you. But Peter used to float around the Mentone stables back in the 60s as a teenager. Now he's back in racing through a sponsorship with Australia Post. Peter is the area retail manager for Frankston and Peninsula Australia Post, and it is Australia Post here today. And Peter, good to see you back involved in racing.
Thank you, John. Yeah, it's great to be back in racing. It was an initiative actually by the staff at the Morning Post Office, and they certainly wanted to get us back involved in in racing, and I thought it was a good initiative to get our customers involved, and certainly to give our services and products a profile, and certainly also to provide some support to the community.
And early on, you're saying to me that you were floating around at the stables at Mentone.
Yes, early as a teenager, we used to live right next to the Mentone training track, and Mum used to actually cook meals for some of the jockeys and the strappers that used to work for some of the trainers around that area.
So you're a mailman in those days, and now?
No, actually, I was actually a telegram boy in those days. It's something that doesn't exist anymore. Telegrams actually have gone by the wayside, like a lot of things with modern technology has taken over. So
he did mention to me off air that the mail was very good in those days. I presume you meant the ones you put in the letterbox.
Most certainly. Actually, it's a growing business. Believe it or not, despite fax post and telecommunications, mail is growing at 5 or 6% every year. So.
And this is the third year you've sponsored this race day at Mornington?
Yes, we're delighted to be. It's been very successful in the past. We've got a lot of exposure, both through the media and support from the community. I think it's money well spent.
Okay, thanks very much for joining us on Channel 31, Peter, and I hope the mail's correct in the last.
Thanks very much, mate. Good on you.
Peter Hanson on Channel 31. Good to see the sponsors involved in racing, especially the ones that are coming from around these areas. It's very, very good.
It is indeed, John. Thanks for that report, and well done, Peter, too, with your sponsorship there. Let's have a confirm the divvies that Bill gave to you from Warragul. They're now official, and the set's on your screen as we go back to have a look at the last race at Mornington. We've got 8 minutes of betting time only. This is the most open of the day with number 3, Haciendos, the favourite at $4.10. Burke and Wills, this is Danny Nicolic's chance for a treble, but even Danny admitted that it's struggling to find form. It's
might be his chance for a Quinella.
Burke and Wills.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise it was the one horse.
You've got yourself more lost than the Explorers of the same name, Hutchie. 4 is out to Tiller at 12 even. 5, a lot of fun. Got a bit of form now. A lot of fun through a previous winner. In fact, the horse that won, the filly that won earlier, number 10, Flying Emma, I think. No, it was another horse that had a lot of fun. Wish I hadn't said it. A lot of fun form. Number 6 is Quasi, $7.70. It's in the market. So too number 11, Latilla, and 12, Shop Till You Drop.
Named after Yvonne Hutchison.
Your cheese and kisses?
Yes.
Good shopper?
Oh,
the best?
Yeah.
Right.
Mrs. Mooney Ponds.
Yeah.
Mrs. Packlesbury.
They're strange with the shopping habits, aren't they? I mean, I had said to me once, how come we haven't got any money in the bank, there's still 12 cheques left? So that's the situation at race 8 there at Mornington. We've got an open race, although Haciendos is firming now, Bill, 470 into 360. It's from the strong and better known as jumping stable, the Jim Houlihan stable, although he's had great success on the... Jim's 83 or something. Yeah.
Isn't he a marvel?
He's an absolute marvel and a thorough gentleman, and he's one of the icons of our game. Much respected trainer. Gavin Eads rides Haciendos, and Gavin's strike rate, I think he's only had 10 or 11 rides since he's been back, and he's had 4 winners. So that's an excellent strike rate, and here's a chance for Gavin to win again on the favourite, Haciendos, number 3. Haciendos has had 3 or 4 runs now since coming back from a spell, and the last couple of runs were encouraging, finishing second at this track 2 starts back, and also again at Mornington, finishing 4th with 57 kilos and only 2.5 lengths from the winner there. So Shop Till You Drop, $7.90, Latilla 7 even, and the favourite Haciendos on $3.60. Also in the market there you can see numbers 5 and 6. Another one there on the next page. So we'll clip over to the next page for Our Racing Dream. It's number 14, and you'll find that Our Racing Dream is in the market. It's at $13.80, Our Racing Dream. It was the only one given any consideration off the page.
So quite a well-known name there down in the scratchings there, Keith. Seabiscuit.
Yes, English and Epsom Derby winner.
fact, I think there was a movie late at night on one of the pay TV channels the other night called The Story of Seabiscuit. So it was obviously a very highly thought of and well performed horse.
Right.